It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Evette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These jet-setting divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the jet-setting divas. Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, Tina. Hey, Jeanette.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on today? What we
busy week.
We got an exciting guest today that we want to introduce to you all. This is going to be a great show, so make sure you stay tuned and listen to the whole thing. So we got Mr. Hartley Home himself, Marcus King. If you're not following him on Instagram, just go to Mr. Hartley Home. You can get all the information about travel and Hartley Home itself. Hey, there he is. Hey, Marcus. How are you?
Marcus. Hey, Marcus.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
This is the travel king, Mr. Hartley Home. He's going to tell us about some of the adventures that he have gone on, him and his wife, in the last month. I'm so excited, to hear about it. What Hartley Home got in store for us coming up. So, Marcus, I saw where you and Offset is his wife, went out to Ghana. Like, I want to know about this trip. I want to know
what happened in Ghana. Tell us about it.
This is different.
We want to go to Ghana.
We do.
What y'all want to know?
Yeah. Start off with how you got there. What did it take to get to Ghana? I mean, as far as COVID protocols and things of that sort.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like y'all, I wanted to go to Ghana for a really long time. I was trying to get to Ghana for the past few years. Like, it's been number one on my list of destinations, like place I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I'm applying for grants. Doing all the research, trying to meet whoever I can. And I got the push from a coworker, actually. And so I work in the study abroad field, and my coworker really pushed me to just go for it and try to do it this summer. Mm-hmm. Timing wise, really worked out because my wife, she's a teacher, and so she has the summers off, of course. I'm also, again, in education, and so summers are a slower time for me as well, even though I'm in higher ed. Nonetheless, she gave me that final little push to be like, now is the time to do it. Go for it. And I jumped on it.
Okay.
So, Marcus, I have a question for you. It's kind of a follow-up to Tina's. We all do have the COVID vaccine, and I honestly, with me, I'm encouraging my family members and friends to get the vaccine. But do you have to have the vaccine, or do you have to have any type of paperwork to go to Ghana?
You do not have to have the COVID vaccine to go to Ghana. You do have to have a yellow fever vaccine.
Okay.
To go to Ghana.
Okay.
I highly recommend my friends and family to also get the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, as it relates to travel, because it's just too risky without it. Health aside, if you don't have a negative test to go on the trip, you can't get on the plane. So all of the money you spent, or what have you, planning this great vacation, taking off days of work or what have you, all of that time is lost, and you're just not going.
Right. So you have to have the COVID. You have to have a negative COVID test to get to Ghana. Get into Ghana.
So you have to have a negative COVID test.
Okay.
So you can leave the airport in Houston or Dallas or wherever you're at.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Is there a time frame? Is there a time frame like you have to have it 72 hours
72
before you leave, or
hours.
24?
Yeah.
72 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have
Okay.
that test, a negative test within the
So
past 72 hours.
I'm so assuming there's like a site or something that you upload. I mean, we've traveled before and had to do this. Is there a site or something that you go and you upload and put this information on so they'll know that you have it?
They actually check it when you say you go to check your bags, like
Okay. Okay.
before you even get to
Oh, okay.
security.
Wow.
Okay. That's a little different. That's a little different.
Yes.
All right. So Marcus, okay, so I know because I follow you on Instagram. So you all went to, was it Amsterdam first?
Yeah, we had a layover.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
wanted to go to
So
Amsterdam. I had us planned to go there.
yeah, we missed our trip last year. We was actually we were booked and ready to go, but of course COVID came and we couldn't get there. We were going to Italy, but we had a stop. No, we didn't have a stop. We were just going to
What
go
we're
to
gonna do is
Amsterdam.
catch a train over. We're gonna catch a train over to Amsterdam and to Paris.
So how long of a plane ride was there from Houston to the Netherlands?
The plane
Do you
ride,
remember?
it was 9 hours from Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. And then
Yeah.
you left there and you went over to Africa. And how long was that?
6
Okay.
hours from Amsterdam.
Okay. Okay. So give us some of the highlights, you know, of what things that y'all did in Ghana.
Yeah, so we were there for 2 weeks, and
Wow.
yeah, I mean when you all travel, you know when you travel that far, you gotta
Right.
make the
Yeah.
most of it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so we stayed at 3 different places
Okay.
while we were out
Real
there.
familiar.
Yeah, we essentially did like 4 or 5 days in 3 different places.
Mm-hmm.
So Marcus, what were the places? Can you give us the places where did you fly into? And what were the places that you went to when you got there?
Yeah, we flew into Kotoka,
Okay.
that's the airport in Accra, and
Okay. That's how you pronounce it, Accra.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's how I've pronounced it, and that's how it was confirmed I should pronounce it.
Okay.
But so there's a popular neighborhood called Osu in Accra, and we started off in an Airbnb called Aqua Place, which is like kind of like really in the heart of the neighborhood. It's actually Coco Limley is the name of the neighborhood. It's just adjacent to Osu, and so it was very close to like a lot of like lounges and bars and restaurants. Very very busy area.
Yeah.
And I've thought about living in Accra at some point, and so I wanted to have somewhat of like a local experience, like
Okay.
what it would be like to live, you know, in the city. And so we spent those first 4 or 5 days in an Airbnb, which was built like a six house, or not 6 bedroom, but a 6 apartment townhome, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a one of those rooms on the top floor, which had a really nice rooftop kitchen, 2 bedroom, 2 showers. So really just like an apartment in the city. And so
Okay.
that was a real cool experience.
Okay.
So I have a question around the planning of it. Was this an all-inclusive package, or did you choose the places you wanted to go and then you mapped out your own itinerary?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So I always start with a flight because I figure if I don't have a flight, I'm
Who
not.
Who did you fly with? And I'm the budget person. I'm the cheap person, really. The group. Who did you? How much did it cost? That's what I want to know. How much did it cost?
Oh, just tell us if it was reasonable. It's very expensive.
Well, you just give us a range of how much it would cost for. Yeah, I would like to know.
But now let him finish because he was saying, what did they do? He started off with a flight. That's how we always do.
Yeah,
we
that's
start
what
off
we
with
do.
a flight and then we figure out the rest later. Okay, go on. You started off with a flight. Okay, so then what you do? Did you get a tour company? Did you do it yourself, or what did you do? Tell us.
I did it myself. It was
okay.
Okay.
A lot of research. Like I had mentioned, I had been doing my research on Ghana for the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but of course, like once you get the flight, like things change. Like that's a game changer. It's like, okay, now we're going. So you really
right.
dig into it. So after that, the flight. You asked what airline. We flew KLM, the Dutch airline. So that's why we had the layover in Amsterdam. And that layover was like 8 hours. So we got there like 7:30, 8 a.m. in the morning. So top of the day. And at this time, this was like July 1st. And so I think this was like right when Europe and the Netherlands like just opened their borders up. And so there was like nobody in the airport. There was no line to get through customs. Like we walked straight to the front of the customs guy or whatever who stamped our passport, and they had a train that takes you to like the central station where you just get off and walk or ride a bike. So they all ride bikes. Like everybody has a bike. They're biking to school, they're biking to work, they're biking to lunch, breakfast, dinner, all of that. And so that was like real and interesting to see. And everybody was right. But we flew KLM and those tickets were $800 round trip. And that's I had to go because that's the cheapest I've seen flights. And so I just had to jump basically. Courtesy the economic stimulus payments, but because they funded my pilgrimage to go back.
Okay. That's all good. And so you scheduled you booked all your Airbnbs. You did your research. I'm used to doing that, reviews, trying to figure out the best place to stay, trying to figure out the best area, where you're gonna have the least amount of transportation you're gonna be, where like maybe you can walk, or if you're gonna drive somewhere, or everything is not far. So you did all that research yourself.
Yes. I mean, I talked to people too, of course, who've been. So just like how y'all talking to me, just seeing what the experience was. I think hashtags are. I use hashtags for like searching information,
right?
Particularly
so you
a location or to get a visual for this is what this area looks like. This is what's popping in this area.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's kind of how I find out like some really local.
So what are the you said so what are the other, I think you said you have maybe like 2 or 3 more places that you were that you all stayed in. What are the other places?
So the second place was in Elmina, which it's about a 2 not a good solid 3-hour drive from Accra, from the city.
Okay.
And we stayed at Lemon Beach Resort, and place I found searching hashtags on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I wanted to stay. So I'm a beach person.
Yeah.
We beach people. And Accra and Cape Coast, like this, they're on the coast, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted also that beach experience,
Yeah.
Okay.
where I could really like just lounge and enjoy being on vacation, but also it's where it's located is closer to some other things that I wanted to do, like go to the Cocoon National Forest. They have a canopy walk.
Mm.
I love that.
Yeah,
I saw your pictures on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay, I've got to go
Yep.
look at
Did
this.
you see that? It's like a suspension bridge.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks really scary. Is it scary?
yeah, yeah. It's a bit on the scary side.
That look really. I don't know if I actually would do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Marcus, the waterfall. I love that waterfall picture. So where is that? What is that waterfall called?
So the waterfall is called J.E.T Falls, and it's actually a twin fall. So uh, they say it's a husband and a wife, a male and female, if you will.
Wow.
Okay.
Um, and one of them is a little bit smaller. That's
The
the wife.
female.
Yep. And then the bigger one
Oh.
is the male. Um, and the pictures and the video, they don't do it justice.
Oh,
I'm
Mm.
sure. I'm sure it doesn't.
Mm.
So Boti Falls.
Both
That was an awesome looking place.
Mm. So,
Yeah.
Marcus, I have a question for you. What was your highlight of your? So, we all want to go to Ghana. We all want to go to. I guess you said Korea, but what was your highlight of your whole trip?
I think the highlight for us was the week we stayed at the Lemon Beach Resort in El Mingo.
okay.
It was just a real good experience. We were there from like Monday to Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and we stayed in a African chalet, which is
Hmm.
like
Let's about that.
a circular dome style hut with
Mm-hmm.
a
Okay.
cone top on it. But
Mm-hmm.
the resort is right on the beach, and so we had one of the chalets that was the closest to the water,
Okay.
essentially. Um, and we had the windows open just the whole time, just letting the ocean breeze run through there the whole week we were there. No AC needed. There was a fan, but it was plenty
Okay.
cool.
Oh wow.
And listening to the
Ocean.
waves,
Yeah.
the waves
Oh.
crash on the rocks on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was real special.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. That sounds like something I need to get into.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what kind of food did you all eat? Like, was the food amazing or what?
You read my mind. um, yeah. So the best meal I had was also at Lemon Beach Resort.
Mm.
It's called Red Bread. Have y'all heard of
Mm.
it?
No,
Y'all
I
heard
have
of
not.
Red Bread?
No, is it bread?
Never
What is
heard of it.
It's I'm trying to remember and make sure I get it right, but it's rice and plantain
Oh,
with like I had mine with fish. I think you could get it with other stuff potentially, but I think fish might be the most popular. So fishing is
okay.
a real big industry there. Again,
Yeah.
it's on the coast.
Mhm.
And so it's it's like fish and rice with plantain and like a red type of stew or paste. I want to describe it.
Okay.
Those might be the totally wrong words, but it was delicious.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, point of the story, it was delicious.
Okay.
And a
So,
lot of the, I was just gonna mention a lot of the fruits and vegetables, like just real fresh, real organic tasting.
oh,
Well, we know that you like those fresh vegetables because I've seen your garden. Marcus grows a garden that's out of this world.
wow.
He has a lot of
Vegetables.
fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Marcus, we want to know about Partly Home and the apparel and what you got coming up, and just tell us about some of the things that's going on.
Hmm hmm Yeah, so you can see there, Hardly Home. I started that back in 2013, y'all.
I see.
And
Yeah.
it's still here. It's still
Yeah.
here.
That's
Right?
great.
It's
That's awesome.
it's always super cool seeing people pull out, shirts that I made a long time
Yeah.
Yeah.
ago, stuff that I made a long time ago. Like, man, you
Yeah, we went to your ski summit and you actually purchased. We actually got shirts from you.
yeah,
So I still have mine. I don't have it on because it's long sleeve.
yeah. I'd be like, man, you still got that? That's
Yeah,
that's always like really cool
and
to see.
a hat.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I have that, and I have I have a hoodie.
Yeah,
That's
mhm,
what I have.
yeah,
yeah,
And I have my Hardly Home shirt and my hat right now.
yeah,
So yeah,
Well, Marcus,
really
I
good
gotta get a,
product.
I gotta get a hat. I got my shirt on. Me and you, we got the same shirt.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
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 But
So
Marcus you have other apparel also. It's just not Hardly Home. There are other things that
Yeah,
you have.
I got a couple of different websites, and so I've been like strategizing about how I can, I guess, bring all of that together so it don't
Right.
be like multiple, things that I have to manage. And so I'm still trying to put my finger on that, but I mean, you can still find everything kind of like through hardlyhome.com or at
Uh-huh.
hardlyhome. Um, so yeah, I got like multiple Instagram pages and stuff, but
so can I ask a question? What was behind the thought? Hardly Home is like the perfect name. So what was behind, when you started in 2013? What was your goal? What did you intend to do? Was it just a thought? What was your thought process then?
uh, I just wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do
Okay.
something creative. Like I had I think a itch to like create. Um, I was just living life, but ultimately,
Right.
I had a dream that I was in Jamaica, and and at the time, Jamaica was at the number one on my destination list.
Yeah.
And
Sip, sip.
I woke up, y'all, and it was time to go to work.
So,
We see
Marcus,
that Hardly Home backpack behind you. It's not only t-shirts, hats, but we see that backpack behind you also.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that you can get, and a lot of different other t-shirts with other sayings also
Yeah.
that he has. You'll be able to just go to his Instagram, Mr. Hartley Home, or go to his website, hartleyhome.com, and you'll be able to see just, all kind of stuff.
okay, so
Yeah.
Marcus, I want to see. Did you do anything in Amsterdam? That was my question. Because I'm trying to get to the red light district.
She's trying to go back to Amsterdam. Go to the red light district.
Marcus, did you go, Marcus, while you were and had that layover in Amsterdam?
Yeah, so when you get off the train, and so we were there for 8 hours, and so
Mm-hmm.
we trying to think. We were essentially like in the city probably from about 8:30 to 1 p.m. And
Okay.
so we went to a coffee shop. That was the first thing we did. Once we arrived, hopped off the train, and so that was a cool experience. Do y'all know what a coffee shop is?
I do know what a coffee shop is, Marcus, so I won't go in here. I know
Okay.
what you get at the coffee shop. Okay.
Well, we'll let Jeanette explain what coffee shop is on another.
Exactly.
So after that, we were hungry, so we went to go get something to eat. We went and had some breakfast, and found a spot. I think it was called the Breakfast Club, which was
Oh wow.
yeah. We had a real good breakfast. Some nice coffee again, like a real nice cappuccino or whatnot. And we watched the people ride their bikes because again, like everybody was
People
riding
watch.
a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, we did a little bit of shopping, and we came on back to the airport because it was time to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Before you go, I don't before you close out or anything. I had a question about Ghana. I have to go back. So I've heard about the business and the economic development, and it's like the Black America. Is that true? Is that what you saw when you were there? A lot of just people doing great things, entrepreneurship, businesses, large businesses there.
How much time we got? Because I could give y'all a whole 5, 6 days. I'm for real.
Just
How much time we got?
But we just talk. We're gonna just
Yeah, we're
talk.
just talking.
just,
Okay.
just
Just
go
keep
ahead.
going.
All right.
Tell us.
So on that aspect, yes, my conclusion was I saw a lot of opportunity
Yeah.
in Ghana. I see
Okay.
opportunity everywhere.
Yeah.
There's definitely how can I say? Let me put it this way. Well, in terms of opportunity, yes, one of the things that I'm interested in is increasing the quality of life for those in Africa as well as here in America for Black people, for the diaspora. And so there's a lot of room for improvement in Ghana as it is for our people here in the States. And so the level of poverty there is much lower than what we're accustomed to in the States. And if it can be a culture shock if you're not prepared for it, or if you don't know how to handle that. But at the same time, the people there, like they live there, and so that's their life. That's how they survive. That's how they live, and they have so much joy at the same time.
Yeah.
And so, like, you have to be able to appreciate that. But I guess find I guess your where you fit in the equation of
Yeah.
how to move that forward, how to progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Marcus, I got another question for you. You said that you were thinking about moving there, and I know that there are many Black Americans that are relocating to Ghana. They're
Yes.
saying they're going back home. So, would you actually go back and live there?
I definitely want some property out there. I definitely want a place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be in Ghana. At least for a year or two of my life.
Yeah.
If I'm able to, make that happen. But again, like the opportunity, I think is tremendous.
Yeah.
The currency, so the cost of living, especially like food and I say food in particular, is very advantageous, like when it comes to currency change for the dollar. And depending on, I guess, where you want to live and how you want to live, of course, two super big factors. You can you can do well in terms of if you got some money to go over there and make something happen.
So you saying we can be bougie over there? We can eat all steak and lobster for a lot less than we do here?
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great, Marcus. I mean, like we are getting like some really good information.
Yes, Marcus,
Yeah.
I gotta go to your web. I gotta go to your Instagram and check it out because I want to see everywhere you went, all of your pictures and videos, and
Yes.
maybe we can plan something. J.E.T and Divas and go to Ghana.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I love that.
Great information. Great information. I think people will be able to take this information and plan some trips and go to Ghana. I mean, like we could talk forever about this. I'm like, it's just nonstop, at this point. But we really do appreciate you, Marcus, coming on the show, giving us all of this information. I would just say if people have additional questions, if you don't mind, if they can reach out to you, go follow you on your what are some of your handles on Instagram?
Yeah, so the main one is at Marcus King. That's Marcus, and then it's KXNG.
Okay.
So instead of KING, it's KXNG.
Okay.
And,
Awesome.
and that'll link to all my other Instagram pages.
Right.
Okay. Awesome. This has been great. This has been great. A lot of great information. You've definitely removed the fear factor of going to another country and what to expect. You definitely have provided that.
You've also inspired us, Marcus, because I'm really inspired to go to Ghana now, even throughout COVID. You just got back, so I know that we can go. We need to plan a trip there next year. So I'm going to be looking for flights, Marcus.
It felt like COVID was a lot more under control out there than it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Marcus, it was great talking to you. We're going to wrap this stuff up, and we appreciate you coming on and giving us all this information. And we look forward. Maybe we can have you on another time when you and your wife, y'all may go somewhere else exotic, and we're going to have to find out all about it. But we really appreciate you.
Yeah, we can do a part 2. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Marcus.
Thanks, Marcus.
Right.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you.
I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Hey, Divas, let's get playing. We're going to start playing and we're going to Ghana and have a good time.
Ghana.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.